Hey all, this is WWE superstar Sami Zayn.
Lena Vega here. And
yours truly, the half man, half amazing Montel Montavious Porter MVP. You're listening to Road Trip After Hours with Mac Davis
and Hall of Famer Teddy Long.
With a certified G and a bona fide stud, and I'm not even talking about me, I'm talking about Teddy Long and my man Mac Davis. How you guys doing? Enjoy the show, guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. WWE Hall of Famer, Holla Holla, Teddy Long. Hey, Teddy.
Hey, holla holla, player.
How you doing, brother? I haven't seen you in person probably what's been about 2-3 weeks now, starting to get on my nerves.
Well, I've been doing all right, man. Just been kind of moving around, doing some Comic-Cons and some signings and stuff, staying a little bit busy, but I always got time for you in the after hours.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that too. Hey, look here. Right before we came on, I had spotted something online that an interview that Mark Henry did with Chris Van Vliet. I believe that's how you say his last name. And I'm going to just read a little bit of this to you to what they had talked about. Chris said it was 3 years ago, like the world was just starting to shut down, and you were still, I guess, finishing up with WWE. At that time, did you have any idea that things were to come to an end with WWE? Good question, because I always wondered what all went down there. And he says, they wouldn't hire me because I knew things, and I didn't think that they wouldn't hire me because I knew things. And sometimes I guess it could be a bad thing when people don't want to know where the bodies are buried, I guess. From a business standpoint, I wanted a position in the office because I didn't want to wrestle anymore, and they wouldn't hire me because I didn't have enough experience. Does that shock you at all?
Well, I mean, Mark never said, Mark and I was always good friends. I mean, Mark never said nothing to me about, he wanted to work in WWE offices, anything like that. In fact, I saw him and once he left and went to AEW, and then I saw him before he went to AEW because he came out in Texas and worked with me at SWE. Yeah, that's kind of shocking. I didn't know that he wanted any backstage or office stuff. I mean, Mark was, he, like I said, he knew things about wrestling, and I'm sure he could have helped a lot of the young talent. I thought he'd be very good. I did think some that he was down at NXT at one time, I believe. I don't know that for sure, but I thought that would have been a good, spot for him there, to try to help the young talent out. And Mark was very good with working with the young kids and stuff, man. So I just, all this is kind of new to me too.
Yeah, it just blows me away.
And now, let me go back to this. What did he mean when he was saying he knows things and where the bodies are buried? I
don't know. He slipped that in as he was talking, and I was like, what? It's almost like, I imagine it was kind of tongue-in-cheek. Well, I know things. I know where the bodies are. I didn't think they'd let me go because I knew where the bodies are. that kind of thing.
Okay.
I think he was just kind of goofing around, but he did go on to say in the interview that...
Well, Mac, let me tell you something. You don't goof around with stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't say stuff. I mean, I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think that, like I say, I think he was just kind of, it wasn't a serious thing. It was just kind of something he was trying to allude to that, I didn't think I was going anywhere. I've been here forever,
Well, yeah, Mark had, like I said, as far as I know, Vince liked Mark, and he always, took care of Mark. So, like you said, he had been there. He's been there forever.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, he actually said that Vince sent him over to go for the job interviews and everything with the WWE to work in the office. And it just didn't go anywhere. And he finally went back to Vince and said, I guess it's time for me to go. I don't want to wrestle anymore. And they don't think I have enough experience to help in the office. He was hurt by it. Yeah, he was a little hurt by it all. And I do remember he got upset as well at a time when they were doing, it may have been Randy Orton, I think it was, that kind of put him in his place. Well, he's a legend killer. That was his gimmick. But they used Mark in a piece where he came up on his scooter. And
I was there.
Yeah, and I don't think he appreciated that whatsoever.
Yeah, I was at that show. I was there. That was, I think, that was the night I think Big Show was there too. I think that might have been his last date too.
Yeah, I think they had 2 or 3 guys they did that to on the same night. I think you're correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm hearing now that a WCW pay-per-view event may be coming back to the WWE coming in December. They're now talking about the possibility of Starrcade becoming a pay-per-view event with WWE. And they think it may take place, though, in Saudi Arabia.
Of course it will.
Yeah, they're going to make that extra money while they got it. But right. I do like to see the name come back. I always did like Starrcade. Those are great events. You were there during those times, right, Teddy?
Yeah.
Tell me, I've always heard, and everybody you talk to, especially Rock and Roll Express, will tell you this. They will tell you it was like being a rock star. Everywhere you went, the place was packed out. People were going crazy. Can you explain what that environment was really like to work in?
Well, it was great to work there, man. I mean, you always feel good when you go to an arena and once the bell time, that bell rings, and you look out there and every seat in the building is full. You know what I mean? That's motivation right there, man. You ready to go out and you ready to entertain those people and have a good time, and give them their money's worth. So it was great back there. Like I said, with Rick and Robert, Rock and Roll, the Ivan, Nikita, and Midnight Express with Jim Cornette, Road Warriors, back there. And then, like I said, I had Butch Reed and Ron, the Team of Doom, Johnny B. Bad,
Dusty Rhodes,
Vicious, Danny Spivey, Skyscrapers, man. So, man, it was absolutely, fantastic, man. And then every night, we had fun. And that's how it's supposed to be. Guys went out and worked their butts off, man. And we all had a great time and we all got along.
Yeah, back in the day, it was a lot different at the end of the show how guys would go out and do what they do versus what they do today. Because I'm hearing now that really a lot of guys just go back to the hotel or whatever and they play video games and wait till the next day. Whereas in the older days, you were driving, sometimes maybe drinking and driving because that's how things were back then. But you would party a lot more. So has that changed? You've been in the back quite a bit. Have you seen these guys? They look completely different when it comes to that.
Well, I don't think that exists anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe with some of the, the older guys that probably sit around, and then I don't even think, those guys really party now. I mean, I've seen some of them, like after TV, stop at the bar, if the bar's open, maybe have a couple of beers and, go to their room. So I think a lot of that is just kind of faded out. I mean, maybe it's not, I don't know, but as far as I could see, the times that I went back, that atmosphere just wasn't there.
Yeah. Something else I want to bring up, Instagram post by John Cena has a lot of people scratching their heads right now, making them wonder because the picture that he put up on his Instagram post with no title, no words whatsoever, simply LA Knight. People are assuming now that maybe we'll see LA Knight versus John Cena. Your thoughts?
Well, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'll just be straight up with you. I'm not a John Cena fan. Okay, so I don't really know. LA Knight, I like this kid, man, and I think it's a great opportunity, for him to, to work with someone like John Cena. But I mean, I don't know what is Cena serious about coming back wrestling. I just don't get none of it. So, and I guess it's really not my business anyway. So whatever happens, that shouldn't concern me anyway. But, if that's what happens, we'll just wait and see.
The only part of that I would like to see would be the promo battles between the two of them because they're both great on the stick. But outside of that, I agree with you. I've never been a big John Cena fan. I know a lot of people love him. It's just a different breed of wrestler than what I was used to, I guess. He has a lot of talent, not taking that away from him either whatsoever. But he was kind of like a Bret Hart to me. And I know you don't feel this way about Bret Hart, but for me, Bret Hart was a little dull as well. I just kind of found him dull. Don't know why, just did. And John was one of those guys as well. LA Knight, like you say, on the other hand, though, I would love to see him get a push. I think there's something about him the fans just want to see some success in his corner, and I think it's coming. I think either that or the WWE's just blind because they've got a lot of money sitting right there.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that kind of stuff, we don't know and probably never will know. We just have to wait until they make up their minds and we see what they want to do.
All right, we got to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's the best part of the show. Ask Teddy.
The Cauliflower Alley Club exists to help those in the wrestling business who have fallen on hard times. Your membership is the lifeblood of our club and mission. Annual memberships start at only $27.50 per year. Plus, by being a member, you can join us for our yearly reunion in Las Vegas, baby!
Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire.
Join us for our 57th annual reunion at the Plaza Hotel and Casino, August 28th through the 30th in Las Vegas. Honorees include Coco Beware, the Nasty Boys, and CM Punk.
Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas.
The Cauliflower Alley Club welcomes all members to our yearly reunion. Join the CAC and join us August 28th through the 30th in Las Vegas. But you must become a member first. Join the list of legendary wrestlers, both past and present, who are proud members of the CAC, the 57th annual Cauliflower Alley Club reunion in Las Vegas. To join the CAC, go to the caulifloweralleyclub.org. That's caulifloweralleyclub.org.
If you see it once, you'll never be the same again.
Welcome back to Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis, along with my co-host, my buddy, Mr. Teddy Long. Hey, Teddy.
What's going on? We're back.
We are back, and I'm ready to ask Teddy. Are you ready?
Well, yeah, let's see what these people want to talk about today.
All right. Here we go.
Letters, oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh, boy.
Mailman, mail today.
All right, here we go. Teddy, question number one. Omar in Georgia writes, love the show. You two guys sound like fun to hang out with. Can you come to my birthday party in August? I got a feeling I'm booked that weekend. Teddy, how about you?
Well, I mean, I don't know what you're saying. You maybe need to give him some information there, and if he needs us at his birthday party, then this is what he has to do.
I think he just wants us to come have some cake.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, how you think we're gonna get there?
Hey, but Omar, we appreciate the invite. Honestly, we do. And happy birthday! Let us know when your actual birthday is. We'll bring that up again.
That's right, Omar. That's right, man. Happy birthday to you, player.
Hi, Jimmy in Colorado asks, who was the most annoying person you ever had to work with? Doesn't mean you hated him. They just get annoyed. You get on your nerves somehow.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah, I've heard that from a couple of people actually, Teddy. Yeah, he was. I heard he was kind of a ribber, and he could be rough to work with. Any stories?
Well, I don't know about I don't know about the river. He got a lot of ribs pulled on him.
Yep.
No, I don't really have no story about him. He's just, just annoying sometimes, man. He, especially when he got to drinking. And I had to do some stuff with him one time. We did during St. Patrick's Day or something like that. And him and Krista Marshall, I think they drank up all the real alcohol. So we had no props. Okay, so that was good. That was a lot of fun. But I remember one time I guess he had got drunk or something, and the next thing I know, I see Undertaker's got him on one of these luggage carts, and he's pushing him on the elevator or something, and just throws him on the elevator or something. I forget. So it was something happened like that, but I know he was on a luggage cart.
Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see. Jude in Memphis wants to know, did you get bonuses for working WrestleMania? Did WWE have incentives for work performance?
You're talking to the wrong guy. I think you need to call the WWE offices.
Yeah. you never, I mean, they wouldn't, I would imagine some people like Cena on the main event of the card probably got a little extra money at the end of the night, or at least in the old days they did. I don't know how that works now. But
well, if they did, you don't talk about it.
Yeah, I got you. Cooper in Deerfield, Illinois asks, when wrestlers come to the gorilla, let me try that again. When wrestlers come to the gorilla position, does Vince go over anything with the talent before going out?
Well, sometimes he does. If there's some changes that something he may want to change, right at the moment. He done that with me. I was getting ready to go out one time, and he asked me what I was saying, and then I repeated, and then he said, "No, I don't want you saying that." And then he started telling me something all over, something brand new. So I had to stand there and get all that he just told me and forget about all that I remembered. And then I'm got about 2 or 3 minutes. My music is playing now. I'm headed out, so I got to keep that in my head. What I just got from him. But that's part of the test. Vince is a genius, and he likes to keep you on top of your game. And so when he tests you like that, all you have to do is pass. Once you pass the test, he'll leave you alone, but he just want to make sure you're on top of it.
Does Vince have a habit of testing a lot of the boys as well? Because it seems like sometimes they'll put them in positions to see how they react to whatever they put them in. And I've always wondered if Vince did those things on purpose just to see the quality and the character of the person he's working with.
Well, I don't really know, what the purpose he did it for. Vince just wanted everybody to understand one thing, that, take this job serious. We don't play here. This is business. And so I think when a lot of guys start slacking or maybe playing around a little bit, then I think Vince had to bring them back to reality. You know what I mean? Let this is a business here we're doing, So, like I said, I don't think nothing was done on purpose. I think sometimes the talent you can put yourself in a position to make Ben give you some backlash. So it ain't just him. Basically most of the time it's the talent. Yep. It's you, the individual.
All right, let's see. Eric in Ohio asks, in all your years in wrestling, what was the loudest match you were ever a part of? I'm assuming he's talking about the fans and the reaction to the match.
Well, I don't know, man. I was doing the Attitude Era. Every match was loud. You know what I mean? So, they pop for everybody. It just wasn't, brother, that's kind of hard to answer. I don't, because I never kept up with the loud reaction. No way. I mean, once you're out there, doing your job, you know what I mean? You kind of in that world. So, I don't know.
There was a time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you were in Atlanta, and I think it was with WWE, and a match was going on, and your name started getting chanted throughout the building. Do you recall that? Am I right about that? I keep thinking that I remember hearing going, Teddy.
I did. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, but I always wondered how that had to make you feel as you sat there, because I mean it's not something you're expecting to hear, and you're not so sure. I imagine in your head you're going, "Guys, shut up! The boss is listening."
Yeah,
but at the same time, it had to make you feel good too.
No, I don't want him to shut up. Keep doing what you're doing. I want the boss to listen. I'm glad he's listening.
Well, they obviously he was. All right, let's see. The last one we have. We only got a few minutes here, so let's see. Clara from New Jersey. You're going to love this. She has a name association with you, Teddy. I'm looking at the names now. Ooh, some of these names, I don't know how you're going to respond. Let's see. All right, just kind of, I'll give you the name. You give me a thought about the person or a memory, anything that comes to mind. Eve Torres.
Great girl, real nice. Had a great time working with her.
She was part of she kind of made you do a lot of things you didn't want to. She's the one who actually made you put the oil on, who'd you rub oil on?
No, that was, I rubbed the oil on Cesaro, and that was Oksana.
Okay. But Eve was a
Eve Torres had me in the apron, with the thing I had on where I was wearing my name and stuff on it, and I had on the apron. That's what Eve had me doing.
All right, here's one I'm interested in. R-Truth.
Great guy. Had a good time working with him too, man. Real nice guy.
I hear he's kind of funny in the back. Is he as crazy as he is on TV in the back?
No, not really. He's kind of mellow in the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You see him on TV, man. He's like somebody just charged him up. All right,
he's totally different in the back.
now here's another good name, Santino Marella.
Oh, just funny, all the time. Great guy, man, and always, cracking jokes.
I want to tell you something, and I may embarrass myself, but I don't give a damn. When Santino Marella debuted in the WWE, when they were on the other side of the pond, and McMahon's in the ring, and he brings him in, I honestly thought that he was a local wrestler who just got a lucky break on live TV. That's how much I bought that, which I thought was really well done, because after a bit, you're like, okay, shit. Obviously, this is a story, but I bought it hook, line, and sinker. And there's not many times in wrestling when I do, but that one I did. For some reason, I bought that. And I thought he was probably one of the most comical characters that they had for a long period of time on WWE programming.
Okay. Yeah, I like him, man. I would, they had him with me for a little while. He was my assistant.
Yep. I'm not Santino. Rob Van Dam is the next name.
Rob Van Dam, man, this is, great. That's my man, man. This is, Rob, all I got to do is, give him good props, just as high as we can be, brother.
Yeah, brother. Hey, moonwalking. Let's see. Dudley Boy. The Dudley Boys.
Two good guys, Bubba and Devon, especially Devon. I have communicated a little bit more with him than I did Bubba, because me and Devon, we always played around, and I always ribbed him, like I was gay and I was his gay lover and stuff. So I just saw Devon this weekend. We were in
okay, hold on.
Massachusetts.
No, I'm not going to let you off this easy. Hold on. When you say you would act that way with Devon, what would you do?
Oh, I would just come up to him, well, here's one thing you'll love. One day he's on the airplane. They told me that he'd already got on. So I come right on the airplane. Now everybody sitting on the airplane. I go right to him. I said, Devon, why did you not wake me up? You knew you just left out of the room, left me sleep. Devon, now Oh, yeah, I just went right off.
Oh, God. I bet he was dying. And I
didn't say Devon. I couldn't. I said, Devon. Oh, the people on the plane, they were just looking at me, because they thought I was going to beat him up, because I was arguing at him, because he left me. And then I changed voice on him and started looking, and they looked at me, and everybody just started laughing.
Oh, that's a good story.
Oh, I seen him this week. I saw him this past weekend, and I walked right up to him, and he's with his wife, and I said, well, y'all might be an item, but me and him are a couple.
I'm going to end the show right on that, because
and when you end this show, I'm going to be in Jackson, Mississippi this weekend, and Devon and Bret Hart they're going to be there.
You got to get Devon on a little video piece talking about that, maybe cutting up a little bit, see if he'll...
Well, I'm going to have him, I did his, he had a podcast, and I did his podcast. So when I see him this week, I'm going to set up something, and we'll bring him on the podcast.
That sounds good. Teddy, I appreciate it, brother. Hope you have a great time while you're there. Make some money.
Hey, man, I hope I make some money too, man, because that's what it's all about. The dollar makes you go holla, holla.
Amen. I'm Mac Davis. That is WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and this has been Road Trip After Hours.
Holla.